Okay, so if you saw my last Sally's Clinique, what else did I buy? Haul. In the end, I rambled on a little bit about Sigma makeup brushes. I'm trying to see the camera. So I did receive them. I have not used them yet. They've been sitting around here since then. Just because I wanted to show you them and do, you know, a little overview of them before I wash them. I deep clean every single one of my brushes before I use it. I don't know that you have to, but it's just kind of a personal preference thing to me. It's kind of like washing your clothes before you wear them. Big believer in that. I'm going to just go through each brush individually. I'm going to not, you know, try not to take too long because I know there's tons of videos like this. But like I said, I have not used these yet. I have not washed them. I'm going to wash them after this video, pending I have time. And yeah, so let's get started. The first one here is the Large Powder F20, which is comparable to the MAC 134. I am not going to show you my brushes because they're dirty right now, but it is very soft. I am highly impressed with how soft each one of these brushes are. You know, there's a few that I'm not so keen about, but we'll get to that. It's going to be a great powder brush. It does kind of smell, but I think most new brushes do. So next one is the L05 lip brush that is covered. I like my lip brushes like this, so that, you know, that's a thumbs up there. This is a little bit wider than the MAC comparable one, which I think is the 316. But, you know, it's perfect size for your lips. Not going to argue about that. It seems like a great brush. The next one in here is the Tapered Face F25, which I do not have the MAC one. I think it's the 138 perhaps. I haven't seen the MAC one, but I was really honestly surprised this wasn't any bigger. Again, very soft, tapered as it advertises to be. And the next one is the Powder Blush F10 brush, which is comparable to the MAC 116. Again, very soft, tapered blush brush. I love a tapered blush brush, more so than for me, but for my clients. It's just a lot easier to apply, you know, in a patting motion than someone's blush. I more like to buff mine on, but it's a little harder to buff things on another person. Try it sometime, clean brushes. The next one is the Duo Fiber Powder Blush Brush, the F10, comparable to the MAC 131, excuse me. This is the only, obviously, Sigma Duo Fiber that comes in the kit, and I do have a clean MAC one. So I'm going to show you them next to each other. They look a lot alike, except I don't know that you can see it here. And I know there's, there, can you see that? Okay, so when I move the white fibers out of the way, there's all these black ones that stick up. You see that? I hope you can see that. Here, I don't know, it's just not the same. I feel like maybe the black ones in here are a little too long. They, you know, the point of black fibers in a duo fiber brush, if you do not know this, is, you know, if you stipple, which is more of a 187 type thing, but it's more, you use the white bristles to apply, the black bristles hold it together. So it doesn't, you know, go like that. So I don't know that the black bristles are serving their purpose in the F15. I'll still try it. Just, you know, quick thing. The next brush is the Tapered Highlighter F30, which is comparable to the MAC 168. This one I think is a little bit more stubbier than the MAC. There's my MAC one. MAC Sigma. I guess it looks, I just feel like there's not as many bristles there. I guess is the easiest way to me say it's more stubbier. It just doesn't feel like as big of a brush. The next one, which I can already tell I'm gonna love, is the Large Fluff E50, which is comparable to the MAC 227. I love a 227. It is perfect for an all-over wash of color, or if you just want to get a lot of color on your brow bone, which Personally, I have a lot of crease to brow space, so a large brush is great for that area. The next one, I do have the MAC comparable, the 192, which has been discontinued, and this is the Sigma Large Concealer F65. I've heard it's great for, you know, well, large concealer, or a cream blush brush, but personally, I don't wear a lot of cream blush. I have oily skin, it's not really my thing. I never think about putting blush on until I've put my powder on, and you don't want to put a cream like that on top of a powder. My opinion, I know probably some people will. If you're patting it, you know, it's a little bit different, like say using a cream color base, but you know, to use a Makeup Forever HD blush, you almost need to do a painting motion. You got to make sure you do that before you put your powder on. So I'm not so sure I will use this much, but it is, you know, again, a very soft brush. The next one is the Concealer F75, which I'm all about a good concealer brush. The MAC comparable is the 195. And a very favorite brush of mine. The next one we got here is the Blending E25, which is their 217, comparable to MAC 217. Feels great, very soft, just like the 217. Has the oval dome shape, you know, with the, I want to say squished bristles. I don't know if you can see that, like that. There you go. Perfect crease brush, especially again if you're like me and have a large crease to brow area. Put the shadow, you know, the brush into the pot like this, flip it over, and apply from, you know, on the top part of your crease, just right on top of your crease like that. Perfect for that, and then turn it and blend it, and I'm in love with the 217 brush. The next one is the E35. And this is comparable to the MAC 222. First notice, this is more like a white hair 224 to me. Let me grab my 222 and 224. The main difference I notice in the two is the 222, the white one, is a lot thinner and is not as big. If you don't have a big crease area, this is probably a good brush for you. Personally, I don't ever grab this brush. But like I said, since this is more the size of a 224 to me, I will probably be grabbing it a lot. The next one we have is the Small Tapered Blending E45. And this is comparable to the 226. This is a lot more pointed, which I like. I have two 226s, and I don't think either of them are pointed enough, tapered enough, in my opinion. But this is a great for a sharp crease, or even to smudge underneath the eye along the lash line. And the next one here, this is getting way too long, is the Short Shader E20, which is comparable to the 214. I love the 214. If I'm in a hurry, I will put some dark shadow on it, turn it upside down, and smudge it in my lash line. Or another thing to do, use a pencil liner along the lash line and smudge it out. The next brush is my least favorite in the whole set, and this is the Flat Definer E15. This is comparable to the 212, I do believe. Yes, and my 212 is dirty, but I'm gonna get it just so you can see. At first look, this is the 212, this is the E15. You know, straight on, they look, you know, fairly similar. But the biggest difference to me is the side. You see how much thinner the 212 is from the E15. The purpose of a flat definer like this is to use an eyeliner product on the tip. I like Laura Mercier's Black Ebony eyeliner. These have been recently renamed to the Tightline liners, but it is a cake liner, like so. And you would get your brush wet, you know, make kind of a paste in the eyeliner itself, and then you can, you know, wiggle on top of your lashes or tight line, which would be up under your lashes. I'm not so sure that this comes enough to a point. I think there's too many bristles in it. That, or it needs, you know, pinched down so it's thinner. It's very a loose bristle, which I don't know if you can see. The MAC one kind of is, but it's kind of not. I don't know. I'll give it a try. But like I said, this is the one I'm least impressed with. And the last and final brush is a small eyeliner, E10. This is probably my second worst, second least favorite brush. This is supposed to be comparable to the MAC 210. And I'm going to try to get close here so you can see. The MAC bristles are tapered, so they come to a point. The E10, it looks like someone just cut the tip of them. There, you can see the point on the MAC 210 over here, and then the Sigma E10 over here. Point versus basically lobbed off on the top. I'll try it. Maybe it'll work. So anyways, I'm going to go give these a deep clean, and I'm going to film some looks using them. I will use, for the most part, I can solely these brushes. I'm a big right now into using this is dirty, but a MAC 190 flat foundation brush. But I think I'm going to try, because I never have, I'm going to use the F15 Duo Fiber to do my foundation. The F20 will be a great powder brush. Really looking forward to that. You know, the F25 here will be great for bronzer and contour and fun stuff like that. So that was my quick overview, what I think of the Premium Professional. I wasn't let down by any means. I am fairly impressed with these brushes so far. So I'm going to give them a wash and see what I think of them and use them for a little bit, and I will get back to you guys. Thanks for watching.